to show.
Okay.
So I will do what you do. I will mark out stuff for you. You see, this MACD zero line break,
Mm-hmm.
and if you get a double wave also,
Yeah.
that is powerful. You will see
Mm-hmm.
so there's a zero,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and a flash. So the big moves, you can actually see the big moves. Obviously this 200 break here,
Yeah.
and MACD negative, and then double wave breaks on the minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty good actually. And I marked it out on gold as well while you were talking about Cali. So
Mm-hmm.
here is maybe so you actually asked that question yesterday when we were talking whether the MACD zero line break
Yeah.
is actually useful or not, and actually it is.
Okay.
It actually is pretty useful. So, and especially on the minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, here, all of these double wave breaks and MACD breaks on the zero
Mm-hmm.
are pretty decent moves. Obviously, it is earlier in the day, but still, uh, like, this is the place I actually gone wrong, where I got a double wave break and the MACD was positive. This one was kind of a fake out almost. It broke and then it did,
Right.
and then it did here. But then again, so you can say this also is a potential, but
Mm-hmm.
this is not the right sequence basically. So you want, so on this double wave break, you want the MACD to be below already,
Mm-hmm.
but here the double wave break happened and the MACD was actually above. So that was not right. So for example, if you see here, this one is where the MACD is positive beforehand, it's above the zero line.
Yeah.
And then you get a break here. That's good. This obviously, as I said, was a fake out, and this is not the right sequence. You see that?
Yeah. No, you cut out for 2 seconds there, but
Yeah. So
it
you
does make
need this.
sense.
Yeah, and then so the zero line break obviously is useful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the bigger moves, and again here, if you can see gold here, this was an SD, move from the SD plus everything else here. So that's a pretty good move. Then I saw on NQ. So for example, here, I think I saw you share this anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, but then if you go further down, even yesterday, uh, right here. So you see here now, these are large moves of NQ.
Right.
This goes down, and you have a repetition of the wave as well. And then you have the green MACD again,
Mm-hmm.
and then a double wave. If it happens later, it's a pretty good blast off.
Right.
So on the 1 minute, it actually looks pretty good. Like, you have a negative wave break here.
Yeah.
This was a short, and then you have that. So this angle was not really useful, but yeah. So you have a MACD break here above zero line,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have double waves, and as long as the MACD is above the zero line, you have the double waves. You can continue to go remain long with the DPO.
Right.
It definitely seems it actually makes a good amount of sense to stay in those kind of trades.
Okay.
But it's like, but the zero line break of the MACD is pretty good.
Yeah.
And just so that you know, whilst I kept the 1 minute chart on the tick chart as so I've increased that from 18 to 24. And
Oh,
then 2 times.
okay. Yeah.
Because I was getting way many signals on the 1832
Right.
on the tick and the minute, and on this one on the 5 and the 15 chart, I actually
Yep.
have it as the original MACD settings of 1226. So
Okay.
5 and the 15, because they are slower charts, you need a faster MACD,
Right.
which was have the original MACD on the 5 and the 15.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think if you can share this grid, or you can just change them.
No, if you share, it's a lot easier. I'm just
Okay.
than diddling around on mine.
Yeah. And what was interesting on this move, actually, so I was thinking, this will continue to keep going down, but the MACD remained, strong and green,
And above,
and then
yeah.
finally it just broke. Finally, everything just broke. And the other piece that was also very interesting again was on the 5-minute chart, the DPO never broke. So although we got a double wave break on the 5 minute,
Yeah.
but I was watching the DPO never broke.
Yeah.
It never even came, it never even came to the zero line unlike previously. It just stayed above the zero, like pretty much
Yep.
all the time. It didn't bend much. So that was interesting again. I was conscious that the DPO is not showing me what I want to see. And I was like, okay, I would want to just, not be too gung-ho about the shots and
Yeah.
just wait. And then as it happened, it just broke. I went long, but yeah, it was pretty good. And then those SD bounces and the
Right.
pre-market
200
bounces,
and yeah.
all this happened actually. So the original textbook plays that we are used to, I think those are on a trending day. Those definitely kind of help a lot.
Right.
And not looking at the waves or not looking at the DPOs is, I think,
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so relevant in the situation.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the MACD and the 21 is just an addition to what we are used to. I don't think.
Right.
I was quite curious about your trade on UB. Why did it go? I mean, obviously it was not bullish, but what was your
where is
rationale?
my UB? No. Where was it? 1035.
By the way, whilst you were kind of looking at UB, but I mean, this is also another good example. On the tick chart, you can see the MACD broke zero.
Yep.
And then all I want to wait for is a double wave break, which happens right here. You can see the consolidation on the, so why is the MACD broke, but there was consolidation. And then if I wait for that double wave break, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So UB, if you know me, where was it? Where was my trade?
Because I mean, I couldn't see any 200. I mean, I was quite curious to understand what did you use as a base for your entry? SDE or something else?
Where is it? Where is it? Hang on, getting there. You know what? Where is this on my tick? 10 o'clock. 10-ish. It was what on the tick chart. Uh,
Okay.
mm, yeah, we broke all the way back down to SD one on that big 5 minute candle. It was that news, and then once we started going back up, as soon as it cleared the 200, I got in a tick above the 200 on the tick charts, and then it just took off.
Right.
So it wasn't the best of trades, but
When I was trying to figure out where the entry would have been, I was like, okay, I don't seem to figure it out.
yeah. So 10 o'clock, if you look at the tick, is a double wave, or not a double wave. Well, it is a double wave essentially. There's a tiny dip on one of the waves, and then the second wave comes up and then launches. But no, it was lucky, as I had 4 contracts. So I will count my and my brackets were set for 20 ticks. So I didn't get 20 ticks. I panicked and like canceled or flattened.
Could have got 20 ticks, almost, yeah. You could have got.
It was yeah, it was a tad bit scary.
Yeah, which is why I'm very careful on UB. I don't like to enter randomly on UB.
No. No, UB is not a grid to mess around with.
Especially when it's volatile. I actually like UB only when it's not moving fast.
Right.
When I can decipher what's happening. Because there's no, I mean, there's no fallback, or there's no way to, unless you take a stop loss hit.
Yeah.
There is no way to kind of miss or what should I say, enter incorrectly.
Yeah.
With UB, the entries have to be very precise.
Yes, it does. And you also don't always get filled.
Yeah, that's a lesson for you. You don't get filled, you don't get filled. That's fine, but I don't want to get filled indirectly.
Right.
That's my biggest worry about me.
Where's my oil?
I traded oil a lot actually. I scalped a lot of it today. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this oil thing as well. Same logic on the tick chart. You have a negative MACD and then a double wave break also.
Yeah.
Negative, and then flush.
Flushy flush flush.
I mean, that double wave break is brilliant.
It is second to none.
Yeah. I think even here, see the move on the upside just after the news. You have this and then double wave break almost simultaneously. In fact, I mean, I was actually going to show you, I've been looking at this open and how prices react.
Right.
Like, for example, in oil, and there was, if you had, we didn't see the charts earlier, but, there was a big high level on oil, which was this line here, 79.48. So, there was no way oil was going to go down. It was just going to, it was waiting to test that level.
Right.
And this 32.27 level was pretty strong. So I just went long from the open to that 48 level.
Yeah.
And then, then a long on SD, long from the SD again, again back to 48, same level again. I couldn't hold on for long. But, so when it is trending, you want to basically figure out, so so basically I knew it was going to go long, but I was ready to add on the 200 here.
Yeah.
Actually, what am I to show you the wrong chart? On the minute chart, I wanted to go long either here, 1SD.
Yeah.
I added more on the 1SD or the 200 if it had dipped. But I knew that the direction was up. So
Right.
I was long from SD, and I mean, I was long before the open itself. But I put my positions here at 1SD and the
Right.
200. If in case it dipped down, it would have taken me. But it was so bullish.
So you were
that-
in it before the open though.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
in somewhere
Right.
on the candles here.
Okay. Yeah, because I was waiting for, I was looking for those pullback entry points, but it never came to it.
I mean, it came later, but and then you can see, wherever there is news of, so on oil that was not so profound. But if you look at gold, for example, and or even UB, I think, let's see. Look at the dips and where they come down. Like when they are bullish, like this is gold. Okay, this is the Joe Paul,
Yeah.
10 o'clock bit. So, whenever I see this, I know that, it's going to go to an extreme place. It's going to go quite a level deep. So, for example, we were at 959, we were above the 21 EMA.
Yep.
But I know that when it actually hits news, it will go down.
Right.
So, I was not trading this, but in my mind, I knew 200 day open, or sorry, the day pre-market high, and there were three areas, or actually this level here that are marked out. There were three levels from where I want to go long.
Yeah.
It is bullish, so but because it is bullish, it will go up, but it will, because of the news event and because of the algos, they will take it down.
Right.
Just like the open play that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
In our show yesterday. So even so, NQ, have a look at what NQ did at that time. Right. So we were anyways dipping down. At 10 o'clock, it went to the lowest main levels for the day.
Right.
It literally hit, from 10 o'clock, it came down, hit pre-market low here, and then jumped up. Right. So it actually uses the extremes or the edges of your chart and then basically start bouncing up again.
Yeah.
Like even at the open, right? Look at the open. I mean, I would have wanted to go long here, but I was trading something else at the time. But it jumps down and then starts going up. And whether if it doesn't go up, obviously it's kind of, it will tail down. But you want to find the extremes or some places where it will pull down harder before it jumps at the open or at important news times. Even I think gold, even UB would have done the same, pretty sure. Yeah. So this is a UB open. You can see 8 o'clock news or 8:30 there was news.
Yeah.
Right. Where does it go? It was hitting the pre-market highs, and then news breaks, go 1, 2, and 3. So I was saying, this was the SD
0 and
open, and this was the 200. You want to go 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we're not ready. We don't have any micros here.
Yeah.
The wave, if you look at the wave, it's a pretty strong wave, and yet it will pull harder and harder before it goes and does something else. So whenever you have this kind of a wave formation which is strong, you want to basically take advantage of this opportunity by placing your order really low. If it catches it, great. But if it doesn't catch, no problem. But you don't want to trade at the high point. You want to buy low and then sell high.
Yeah.
So the buy low definition is actually at some edge which is recognized by your chart.
Yeah.
And if you use that, you will usually, especially on micros trading, if you can put in 1 contract, 2 contracts each, especially on say NQ or gold or crude, you will get those big jumps.
Right.
And those on so like NQ will give you 30-50 points, or gold will give you $4 or $5 easily.
Yeah.
It will pull back that hard and then just rush up. straight away as well.
Yeah. No, it is it is all relevant at some point, and then it's just watching for it. I try not to confuse my brain too much. I need to focus on a certain like if I'm looking for the certain trades, then I'm
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, when I start doing multiple, like, oh, I should be looking at this level and this level, and then this indicator and this indicator and this wave and this time
Yeah.
frame. I just I convolute my brain, and then I'm in trouble.
Yeah, get it. NQ is going to be wasting time here. I think it wants to go up. NQ wants to
Yeah.
go up.
Well,
But
I think it only has one place to go.
it's about, I mean, it will, we don't know when it will go, but I think it's pretty up. I think there is one more testimony left for tomorrow. So tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock, same thing. And we've got 8:30 news tomorrow, big news. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, we've got a 7:30 news as well, by the way, to watch out for.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a Challenger's job cut report. It's a 2-star, but it's actually, or it's just a report, but it's pretty important. So
Right.
just be mindful, 7:30 is important tomorrow. 7:30, 8:30, 10.
Where are we going?
All right. I'll share the chart.
Okay, here. Let me